Hello, good day, gentlemen. We are now on our midterm, week 7, the start of your module 2, week 7. Still in Navigation 6, operational use of electronic chart display system. Again, I'm your instructor. I'm second mate Evaristo R. Feliciano. All right, our learning outcome is to determine the use of ARPA in conjunction with visual bearing and other means to establish the risk of collision and taking over the watch, and differentiate between information layers, user chart layers, and event graphic. So the track target ARPA overlay we are going to discuss, and this is a standard safety function of ECDIS included in the display layer. So let's start with the ARPA overlay. Now, the most important navigation use of the ECDIS radar overlay is that it allows a quick cross-check of the ship's position. So if ground field objects are suitable, coastline or other reference target of the radar picture and of electronic chart do not match, that is, the whole radar picture is shifted, this is a clear indication that the ship's position, such as GPS, potentially the horizontal datum, is not correct or in error. So allowing the radar overlay in our ECDIS allows this quick cross-check of the ship's position. So as in our display, it will be looking like that, allowing the radar overlay on our ECDIS. So in practice, the ECDIS radar overlay provides a continuous and easy-to-use radar fix in which radar takes the role of a second independent position fixing system. So if the two pictures were rotated against each other, such as 3 degrees, a course error will become apparent. Generally, differences between chart and radar image provide a chance to detect errors which otherwise might not have been detected at all. So the radar overlay and the chart is compared, and the difference could indicate an error of the position of our ECDIS. So the navigator should at least from time to time overlay the radar on the ECDIS to display to check his navigation if there is a possible error. Okay, such as paminsan-minsan the officer of the watch should activate para ma-check niya kung may error. Hindi naman laging naka-activate ang radar overlay sa ating ECDIS. So parang ang ECDIS at ang radar ay pinagsama mo sa isang lugar. So nakapatong ang overlay naka-overlay o nakapatong ang radar video sa ating ECDIS chart. So possible error such as a translation offset, there is a position error. Medyo malayo yung overlay doon sa mapa, hindi nakapatong maigi, or there is a large discrepancy, so there might be a position error. Another is the rotation offset, where there might be a course error if there is a rotation offset. So hindi naman tugma yung direction, medyo tabingi yung isa. So that could be another error, that is a course error. So there are benefits of ECDIS radar overlay. May mga benefits yan pag ginamit natin, so such as collision avoidance, where targets and the area of safe path are available for collision avoidance maneuver apparently in one display. So parang 2-in-1 yan, nakaka-monitor ka sa radar as ECDIS in one display for collision avoidance. Now, target identification is also one. Radar targets can be more easily identified when viewed together with chart information. Okay, so yung target, may kasamang information ng ECDIS, ma-identify mo agad yung target. Okay, another benefits are the radar performance, the radar specific limitation, mga poor resolution, shadings are minimized. Okay, so mas nakikita mo ngayon sa radar, sa ECDIS, yung napipick up ng radar kung ano talaga yon. Okay, and shifted object, the offset of navigation buoys can be determined by comparing the actual radar and charted ECDIS position. So, yung ECDIS naman, yung buoya, siyempre, nakapix yun sa mapa. Sa actual ay gumalaw na pala. So, you can check the offset of navigation buoys. Kasi nakatali lang yan, maaaring napatid or nag-shift siya, no? Gumagalaw siya talaga. Okay. Another benefits is the false fairway detection. Ships traveling on the wrong side of the traffic separation zone can be recognized as such. Okay, nasa kabilang side na pala. So, that can be recognized in the ECDIS instantly. Okay, error detection, error caused by different reference system. Sensor data can be easily recognized on an integrated display. So, pagka may mga sensor data na mali, ay maiko-compare mo yan together with the ECDIS radar overlay. Now, meron siyang tinatawag na mutual check. The overlaid ECDIS and radar image serves to verify one another. So, they check each other if there are errors. So, it also reduces errors. Human errors are reduced. So, due to maybe fatigue or lack of sleep, so it will use our error in checking the data. So, the data will be available for us already. Also reduce workload. It is the load of the observed one that needs to be manually calculated. So, hindi na tayo magkakalculate manually. ECDIS will provide it already and also the radar ARPA information. Okay, the system redundancy, flexibility and redundancy of the two systems are enhanced. So, na-pick up nung radar, wala na pala doon sa ECDIS. So, yung mga ganong redundancy ay makokorek ng isa. Okay? So, the radar system can track the movement of the radar target automatically by acquiring the targets on the radar manually or automatically by the radar system. So, pwedeng bantayan nyo ng ating radar system yung target na nakikita natin sa ARPA radar. Kaya lang, it must be manually or automatically tracked. I-activate mo muna, i-acquire mo muna. Now, these track targets on the radar can be overlay also in the ECDIS. Makikita rin siya. However, targets not acquired are not displayed. So, yung hindi mo in-acquire, hindi madi-display yon. Paano kung nandoon? So, this is extremely dangerous if the whole radar video is not displayed kasi hindi mo rin makikita yung ibang target kasi nga ay hindi naka-overlay yung ECDIS. Buong video ng radar doon sa ECDIS. So, the watch officer must be vigilant and observe the original radar video. So, binabantayan niya yun doon sa actual na ARPA radar natin. Ayan. So, it shows the on-ship and other targets. So, pagkayan lang at wala yung ibang nasasagap ng ARPA radar, hindi naman na-acquire natin, hindi natin nabantayan yun, makakasingit yun, masisingitan tayo. Hindi natin makikita sa ECDIS yun. Okay, so suggest is activate the whole radar overlay. So much for the radar overlay. We go now to the ECDIS display category. So there are 3 display category of ECDIS. And this also involves the display layer. These are the display base, standard display, and all layer category display. So on Transas, ECDIS, 3 categories are selected from the chart menu path of the task list. So yung task list, bubuksan mo yon, makikita mo yung chart, select mo, yun na yun. Okay, that is just the example. You open the chart panel by selecting it on the line of the task list menu on the control panel. So usually nasa right side yan on the control panel, and you can select that. Sa iba nasa ilalim yung nasa ilalim yung mga tabs niya on the lower bar. Okay. Now, these layers, as we are discussing, is the display base. This is the first layer. Actually, it is on the bottom. And this is the minimum information on the chart, but not intended for safe navigation. So, example of these are the coastline, on-ship safety contour, isolated water, underwater danger, isolated danger, not necessarily underwater, like mga bridges and mga lines, mga structure, fixed structure, scale range, north arrow, yan, units of depth and height, yan, display mode. Okay, yung display mode natin. Okay. Now, those are just examples. The next layer will be the standard display. This is provided with the minimum information for navigational use. For example, yung display base, nandiyan na yan. Papatong na lang ang standard display. Buoys, beacons, or other aids to navigation and fixed structures. Mga boundaries ng fairway, channels, and rivers. Okay, prohibited and restricted areas. Chart scale boundaries, ships routing system, ferry nodes, yung mga dadaanan natin. Yan yung kalsada sa dagat, ships routing system, ferry routes, mga also archipelagic sea lanes. So these are example of the standard display. Okay, including also the traffic separation scheme, TSS. Also, we have the last layer or the all layer category, which is to be displayed on demand. So this is selectable by the press of the watch to be included on top of the standard display, on top of the base display. So we have sample, spot sounding, submarine cable, pipeline, details of isolated dangers, details of aids to navigation, magnetic variation, reticule, place names, etc. Okay, so you will see that once you operate the ECDIS on our lab. So we can identify what we are talking about here. All right, gentlemen. Okay, for our teaching and learning activities, so we have the recitation, question and answer. So I have a question with regards to this lecture, so you have to answer that as our recitation to be written on a piece of paper. And of course, we have quiz and or assignment. So for now, we will start with the assignment. So next meeting will be your quiz. So next meeting will be recitation and quiz. Now is only recitation and assignment. So check the activities and also read the instruction, gentlemen. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day, gentlemen.